See my eyes don't see the things. Many people no fit understand. I'm cold and shivering.
I love this beat.
See my eyes don't see the things. Many people no fit understand.
So he's saying this P. Diddy situation is a bit mad. What are we doing there?
Did he do it?
Hey, listen, I don't know.
He done it?
Hey, the allegations, I'll be real. Did you watch it, yeah?
Yeah.
So there was something that came out before about it, innit? I think it was a one-part documentary or one-part...
About him, and I think it stopped at...
It stopped at certain things, innit?
At the investigation or something like
the
that.
Cassie thing.
Yeah.
So I have watched it. The issue I'm having here with this whole thing, and it probably happens a lot in society with normal folk, with everyone. All the people that are now turning on him saying, my man did this was what's happening, tear. Why was you not saying anything before though, innit?
Mm.
So when my man was doing lifestyle with you, when you was going parties and whether the pool parties, what they called the wild party, wet and wild, I don't know what they called it.
Yeah, kind of
Them
like
kind
that,
of freak off thing, that's it.
Yeah.
No one was saying anything.
Mm.
You get me? When you were doing private jets and first class living and hotels and big shows. Islands, and you're getting big paychecks, no one ain't batting an eyelid. Now all of a sudden my man stopped bankrolling you. Yeah, or now all of a sudden, you get me, he's decided to go in another direction with someone else, another artist, another girl, another whatever. Don't get me wrong, I'm not defending nothing, innit? I'm just saying, why were you not saying any of this while it was going on? And the only thing you can justify it from their point of view is that they wanted to have a good time. You get me? They wanted to eat. They wanted money.
Mm.
And for that to be the only reason as to why you're going to keep your mouth shut and not speak up about things that are morally wrong, that you know are wrong. Not all of a sudden now they've become wrong.
Mm.
You get me? I hear it from I hear from a girl's point of view. I hear it when they say, I didn't want to speak up when it happened because of people ain't going to believe me, or, you know, there's a lot of, they call them groupies, innit? There's a lot of things that would happen in that scene that, you know, drunken antics, this, that. So it's likely that they're not going to be believed. So I hear that. But at the same time, there's other people witnessing all of these things. Some of them are also females as well, innit? So it's like, surely you could have come together and said, yo, like, look, we need to do something about this. Like, nip it in the bud from early. Because I hear it, you don't want to expose yourself, you don't want to be in the media and ruin your life and potentially be a target as well, because people are dropping from this stuff as well, innit? But it's like, you're also saving lives. You know what I mean? You might have to just be the sacrifice to save all them other girls that's come forward. And guys, there's brothers talking about, yeah, I woke up next to money, sometimes I woke up next to Donny. I said, what? How are you a big man waking up next to a next man and then you're just getting on with things like it's normal?
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden there's a problem with it. Come on now, man. So that's my issue. Like I said, I'm not defending it because, yeah, the allegations are wild. And for you to have that much allegations put on you, there must be some truth to it. However, it's all good and well saying it now, but what about before? You get me? And everyone's got a price, clearly, innit?
And I think therein lies the issue. It was the same with R. Kelly, same with the whole Aaliyah and R. Kelly situation. Same with Michael Jackson and those kids. Jordan Chandler, I think the first one that went public, that one. And the girl who was pictured with Prince Andrew. There's always going to be one that's going to be the one that rocks the boat for whatever reason. But you do have to look at the whole picture. It doesn't justify what the person's done or doing. It's wrong is wrong. But as you said, everyone's got a price. Now, along the way, everyone's trying to make their way, and they see some actions, some behaviours, some groups as a stepping stone to getting what they want. But morals and principles goes out the window. Hollywood, fame, money. I'll never forget, I don't know if it was a documentary I watched about Mike Tyson. I think it was. And he said something along the lines of, the people around me at the time were making me feel like I was so untouchable, I could do whatever the hell I wanted. So if I wanted to go up to a man and bang him in the face, I could do it. Nothing's going to happen to me. If I want to go to a girl and do whatever, like he did with Robin Givens, nothing's going to happen to me because I'm Mike Tyson.
What was that, arting?
Yeah, she accused him of that. And I can do that. So a lot is to be said about the people you keep around you. Now, Diddy may have started off with great intentions for the black community. I want to be a music mogul. I want to give artists a platform. I want to keep it all black. I want to own the rights. I want to whatever. Bring entertainment, la, la, la. But then insecurities come into play. Greed comes into play. Competition, which is both of those things, I guess. And then that can take over. If you don't then have people around you to bring you back down, to say, hey, what, yeah, you need to just simmer down. Come back down to earth.
The ego.
Who the hell do you think you are? Ego. People's hubris are wild. Even on a daily, like on day-to-day here. If you think about friendship groups, friends have got this ride or die code, innit? Parents have this ride or die code for their kids. Some parents are not going to bad up their kids in public. They're going to wait till they get behind closed doors. My thing is I'll badge up wherever you're standing because you got to know the levels. Wherever you are, this is the expectation. If you're wrong, it's wrong. Yeah? Some friends, though, will be wrong and strong with you and then won't tell you what you need to hear. They'll just keep putting it along. And that's for their own reasons. Some people will just go along with you because they want to protect themselves. They want to maybe see your downfall in the future or have evidence on you or whatever. But those friends that will really stop you and say, bruv, relax. What are you doing? Like, don't lose yourself in it. I think those friends are hard to come by because a lot of people don't want to hear it. We're not ready to hear the truth. So I think with Diddy, who knows what his intentions were to start with. The documentary portrays it, and I think 50 did a great job of it, because if I didn't know 50 had a hand in it, I would have just thought it was a standard Netflix production with no bias or no, like, you know, sly digs or whatever. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Much more should have been said beforehand. But I don't know if you've seen that film Blink Twice.
I think so, yeah.
It's like an obscure film. I think it came out last year or the year before. Maybe in the pandemic it came out, I can't remember. But now people are remembering that film and liking it to Epstein Island.
Oh, yeah, the drug thing with it.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum. Yeah.
So that's a good depiction of power, money, fame, greed, all the sort of deadly sins almost, like, you know, gluttony, all those things, lust and all that comes into play. And if you're impressionable and you don't know yourself and you go into those environments, same like footballers, any industry where you're in the public eye, same with politicians even, if you're not standing on your business as who you and how you are as a person, you can easily be swayed. And if you don't have the right people around you, that's also going to become your downfall effectively. Because when the shit hits the fan effectively, it's going to be like you're in a straight line. Everyone's going to move back and you're going to be standing forward, not realizing everyone's moved back. So I think what the documentary shows and what people need to take from it is not only what Diddy did, because no matter what he did, even if you want to justify it and say he was corrupted by the industry, that scene with Cassie at the lift, you cannot go around that scene.
100.
Because at no time should a man put his hand on a woman.
100.
I don't care. There's often talk from that Me Too movement. It kind of propelled it into the limelight. We shouldn't really be drumming into girls, just demurely, stop doing this, stop doing that. We need to be teaching boys how to be safe men. We need to be teaching boys how to respect women. You know, the two go hand in hand. Teach girls to respect themselves as well, but in what ways? Who makes the laws? Who makes the social constructs? Men make the social constructs. Back in the day, middle-class white men made the social constructs. We need to get back into, we need to focus on boys and getting them to behave safely with girls. Do you remember the girl who sadly got killed in Croydon because she intervened with her friend having an argument with a boy who liked her friend? I think the boy who liked her friend, he brought the friend a gift or something. I think he saw her in the street in Croydon. Those two got into like a little set too. The friend intervened and he stabbed her in the neck. She died. Now, why are you getting that angry that a girl's rejected you? So now that program Adolescence, that's where that misogynistic Andrew Tate thing came out. But when you really deep it, it's not about these people. It's about the morals that we're teaching our children in the community, online, media, what they're exposed to. But ultimately, that scene with Cassie and Diddy at the lift is, you just can't excuse it, you can't go around it. Now with Cassie, she's a young girl, impressionable. Who knows what her come-up journey was like, or her own insecurities, whatever. Probably thought she landed a pot of gold, end of the rainbow. Diddy, what? And with him, remember in the documentary, it says that she had plans. She wanted him to marry her, have children. So her ideal, which is most women, I think, want to settle down. But they go along with the narrative, like many women in relationships who go along with the narrative of, maybe he's going to change one day, I'll change him. Oh, it's been 5 years, 10 years now, it's too late to come out of it. Oh, I've got kids now, or all these things. So that is maybe something Diddy tapped into with these people, even down to his PA. His PA was his right-hand guy. So it's all good and well you crying coming out the courtroom or crying in there saying, oh, this, that, but you should have been the one saying, you know what, I'm stepping out of this because I'm not being compliant to this. I'm not colluding with you. But I do think, you have to look at the picture whole. Same with, like I said, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. I'm not saying that I can't tell you if they did it or not. But I also do know that many of the really successful Black figures, there's always something that is brought to light that shoots them royally down into hell and cancels them effectively. Same with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby had a corporation, like an entertainment corporation. Michael Jackson. I saw a post the other day and it said something like, he obviously bought like, it's not the Sony catalogs. Can't remember what he bought.
He wanted to buy Beatles catalogs.
He bought them. Bought them. So getting too powerful.
It might have been Prince, but one of them.
No, and then basically what happened was the first allegation came out and then just became a downward spiral.
So you think that's the root of it?
I think there's room for thought there. Because
see the way Diddy's operating now, like you said, all of that stuff, his hubris, the ego, untouchable. On top of that, he knows he's the guy in the industry.
He's the gatekeeper.
He's the gatekeeper. Him, Jay-Z, and probably that Russell Simmons brother from
Run DMC.
They're probably the three main Black brothers controlling the hip-hop, rap, R&B scene, whatever. So they're at the table, innit? And you see at the table, there's a lot of messed up stuff going on around that table, innit? Epstein, probably one of them. Next man, probably one of them. And it's a thing where everyone knows what's going on, but everyone's also able to get away with it because I'm friends with you. Sort that out for me. Chat to the govs, chat to the lawyers, and whatever. My boy hired like 8 lawyers, and them 8 lawyers didn't just come from thin air. They're probably working with the other people at that same table, innit? And you look deeper into the system now, the judges, the courts, it's all linked somehow, probably.
Absolutely.
Hence why now my man got slapped with 2 years?
50 months, 2.5.
2 and a bit.
Yeah.
So with time served as well, innit?
Yeah.
So 2 years just for all of that mad stuff. Now, what I reckon's happened is they've said to him, listen, you're at this table, but you're moving a bit too reckless. And you've moved so reckless now, hence the video of Cassie, because that's definitely not a one-off thing.
No.
You get me? And it's mad because you've been now caught out. You didn't know that was being filmed. You didn't know that footage was going to get released. Cameras everywhere nowadays as well, innit? So it's obviously got to the point where it's like, we can't even defend you from this. Like, you've walked into this, so you're going to have to hold a little bird. When you come out, back to business as normal. You get me? Hold a little 2 years.
The money's still there.
Slap on the wrist. Money's still there. You'll still be the gatekeeper because we need you to be the gatekeeper because we're not letting anyone else come through this. We've probably made you go through rituals.
They need Stephen from Django. Stephen at the big house.
Yeah. You get
Samuel
me?
Jackson's character.
So they need him to go through and be that same character that he is because it's long getting probably a new recruit to do all of that.
Yeah,
You get me? And Diddy's probably so deep in the system that they're pulling the strings behind him.
Yeah.
Easier to control and all of that. Maybe, innit? We don't know. So, yeah, man, I just think that that's the deeper angle. Like,
Someone said the other day online that when it first started, someone said, who did he piss off? He must have pissed somebody off for them to say, yeah? Is that what you think? Let me just turn this way and remind you. Imagine your place. Stay in your lane.
Who's in charge?
Yeah, who's in charge? And I think putting it to real life, when we see young, I say personalities, I guess, celebrities, online celebrities, sports people or whatever, I think that's the same trap they fall into if you look at Philly, if you look at footballers. I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day about Mason Greenwood. Like, the whole mix-up that happened with him, the girl still took him back and they had a baby. Like, and then look at his career. Now, maybe he feels indebted to be with her to kind of make up for what happened or to show that I weren't that big a deal.
To prove a point, yeah.
But that crushed you. Could have crushed you more. I don't know where his career is now. And they want him to come back to England or something.
I think maybe to play for England. But yeah, that definitely put a dent in things because he was on the rise.
Yeah.
As to be the next guy. And then that completely shut it all down.
And this is the problem, I think. Guidance is when you're looking at a career path or you're in an industry that, has these sort of facets to it that can really damage you as a person and damage your career and damage your hard work and your emotional state, your mental state. You really need people around you, again, good people around you, because I remember I watched this documentary about Talisa from N-Dubs, and I didn't really know nothing about her before this documentary. And she said her mum, I think, had bipolar. And she said that she struggled with being around mental health when she was growing up. And then she said when she got into N-Dubs, at the height of their fame, she said it was like the best of the best. After the show was the after party. After the after party was the hotel. And then whatever. She goes, but at the point where everything was done and you go back to your hotel room to sleep, it was the most deafening silence. It was the hardest come down because it was just like, you're overstimulated and you need that constantly around you. So when you're on the low, like taking drugs and you're on a high and you come off that, she said that then made her start to crave that high 24/7. Then you get burnout. Then you're susceptible to people telling you this, that, and the other. Just going back to the Mike Tyson thing, not everyone, but a lot of people blame Don King. I said that he got exploited by Don King. So, he wasn't guided well enough. Who's that person? Oh God, is he a footballer? No, it's and he's got his. Oh, is it not Pogba? Is it Pogba? That's got his brother as his manager or agent or whatever. He got certain,
and he got bumped.
Yeah, and there's certain like celebrities that have their family members who are their agents, their financiers, their managers, whatever. Even then, with family, you can't be certain because you don't know their agendas. And I think that's the problem when those I don't know, for want of a better word, 7 deadly sins come into it. It can really affect you, and if you're not of sound mind, you look at child stars like Macaulay Culkin, Drew Barrymore. They started very young and have just been so exploited. And there's a girl on her name's gone out my head. She was on Nickelodeon and she did that show, blonde girl. Oh God, her name. She looks mad now when you look at her. But all this thing about abuse, even Simone Biles doing the gymnastic stuff, you're so exposed. You're so vulnerable when you enter into these worlds. How do you stay pure to yourself? Because there's always been that old boys club, Jack Nicholson, Bruckheimer, the director, and Bernstein or something, I can't remember his name. All these old boys club, Woody Allen, they're all white and they've all got away with the same thing. There's always been that exploitation of young girls, young boys, power, money, greed, whatever, drugs. But that elite club are still thriving. Look at Robert Downey Jr. He was on the maddest charges for involving in prostitution, drug taking. He was in the ground. Now he's Iron Man. You get me? Thriving.
The coldest.
The coldest, yeah. He's gone through that cycle. So, but there are other people. Bill Cosby, I don't hear about him again. I don't know what's happened to him.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's alive, but I don't know what happened after his case. R. Kelly, a couple of memes that come out of him about him once, twice. Jackson obviously died. Like, no, it's Diddy's turn. Like, what's happening? Like, they don't seem to recover as much as the Old Boys Club. Because like you said, I think the Old Boys Club are pulling the strings. And then you go back, like I said, to Philly. I don't really know the update of that, but...
Before we get onto that one, because that one's another... That one's obviously, because it's closer to home, innit? Because it's here, so it's like... Anyway, what do you think 50's agenda is? Because, like, there's a reason for doing it for good, and then there's a reason for doing it almost like a bullying thing, like, I'm going to embarrass you, not for the sake of the people that have been hurt by this or gone through the traumas. I don't think he's really thinking about them to an extent.
I don't think he is.
It's just a bullying thing.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, yeah, they've done a beautiful job. That production team, like chef's kiss to that documentary, because I was captivated. I was brought into it. 50's gone down a little bit in my esteem.
Because of that?
No, because of comments he made about the new mayor of New York. The new mayor said, Mandami, he said, one of the things on his manifesto was to tax millionaires or whatever more. And 50 was like, if he gets in, I'm moving out. And he tried to tell everyone else that's a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, move out. Like, bro, do you forget where you're from? Like, that is a good agenda. Why shouldn't you distribute some of the wealth more evenly to help public services? But anyway, so 50 ain't looking at it like, oh, for the victims or whatever. Maybe they donate the money to it. That's all good, but he's doing it on a yeah, I got you.
Why not?
Because I think he also said that there's more. He just hasn't released all of it. So people are talking about potentially if when Diddy's coming out, they might drop another one just before he gets out or whatever. I don't know. So he's culpable as well because you're part of it. You knew all of that. So why did you not try and say it beforehand?
But why is it a hard thing? So why is it that deep though to be like, yeah, I got one up on you?
They were beefing before. I don't even know why they were beefing.
Yeah, but respectfully, 50 Cent would done that quickly. Like, there must be something that he's looking for. Do you think Diddy probably maybe had a hand in blackballing 50 in the industry?
I mean, the documentary indicates that Diddy was a gatekeeper. And again, in the black community, it's hard. Not everyone makes it. And we haven't got time for gatekeepers. You know, it needs to be like...
Because 50's got that impression that obviously he's from the trenches, the real, innit? And from what you see, the industry don't really like that. They don't want it to be too real. They want someone they can mold and someone they can control, you know what I mean? And I feel like even in the documentary, you can tell that Diddy is very much wanting to be something he's not. So the whole bad boy thing, that's a whole like vision that he's probably had, a facade, you get me? And from when they show like the throwbacks and that, he was a little nerdy, little dancer. So naturally, you're gonna wanna be like what you see is getting all the clout, which is kind of what 50 is to an extent. Just not a pretty ribbon around it. So I feel like 50's agenda is a weird one because it can't just be, oh yeah, I just want to embarrass you just for the sake of embarrassing you. There must be something a bit more to it.
Or like a personal vendetta.
Like a personal vendetta, or maybe you know what, because he's not alone in making this, innit? Obviously, his little 2 cents is, yeah, I'm going to embarrass this shoot. But the girl, I don't know her name, the one that wrote it or produced it with him or whatever, maybe her agenda is pure, like, we need to expose this youth because of X, Y, and Z. But yeah, it's regardless, innit? It's mad. It's mad that all of this has happened. Obviously as well, like, the 2 biggest goats in all of that, not to discredit the girls that have gone through the mix-ups and the guys, but we've missed out on 2 legends to see their life story as well. Yeah, they've had their little wrongs, like obviously Pac had his little situation. Biggie, I'm probably sure, has done something that no one knows about. Not to glorify that, but also A lot of lives were lost.
They were just collateral damage, it seems, potentially. And they say live by the sword, die by the sword, you know. But I think that, again, these are lessons that people need to take. No matter where you are in life. No one's ever that bus. You know, he who throws, well, he has not seen cast the first stone. Like that kind of concept. I was just watching The Greatest Story Ever Told before you came in. And it's that kind of concept of no one is really pure. Probably a baby when they're first born. And you got to think about your own self. Now, I don't know whatever 50's got in his closet. Yeah, whatever's going on for him. Or anyone for that matter. Everyone's made mistakes. But like we said before, some mistakes you don't need to learn. You don't need to make. Because those lessons are the hardest to learn from. Especially if it destroys you or damages you. But I think watching this documentary, what we all need to take, families or supporters of girls need to help girls to understand how to get out or how to identify an abusive situation. Because for Cassie, even though she's a grown-up and she probably gave consent for all that mix-up, she was still very impressionable, I guess, because she felt she had to stay in it. Whatever her motives were. She loved him. That's toxic love. Were you able to identify that or not? She saw it as a paycheck. That comes from a place of insecurity. But you still put yourself in a dangerous position for the sake of money, so you got a price. You know, a past trauma, like longing for belonging, all those things. So we need to teach girls how to identify abusive behaviours and how to exit and how to support them to exit safely. And teach boys, like I said, how to be safe around girls and women, how to respect them, how to manage their emotions when they're rejected, manage their emotions when women, sometimes a lot of men can't deal with it when a woman's more successful than them or more attracts or garners more positivity. They feel emasculated. That Ashanti song, Rain on Me, and it's got Lorenz Tate in it. Remember that video? That's a good depiction of that.
The jealousy, yeah.
Jealousy, ego, emasculated. She's doing better than me. I'm this big bruiser, but my emotions are weak. So what's the next thing I'm going to do? I'm gonna box her. I'm gonna trap her. I'm gonna date her next, like the thing out of doors. So I think when we watch these documentaries, even though we're debating what ifs or whys, we actually need to reflect on ourselves and think, how can I take the lessons from this so that it doesn't befall me now? I'm not a billionaire. I don't know, maybe my friends are secret millionaires. If you are, you know what to do. But the lessons I want to take from there is actually, maybe there needs to be more around supporting people to understand how to navigate each other and how to not get carried away, really. Because we all can. We all want to be the flyest. We all want to be that guy, that girl, whatever. Just be you. Just be you. People will like you for you. Easier said than done, because as I said, there's all this other stuff that comes with it.
It's the money though as well, man. See, when you're coming from that place of just not having, now all of a sudden you've landed this big bag, feel untouchable. Everyone's saying yes around you. Yeah, that'll be all right. Yeah, do that. Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll do that. All of a sudden you've dug a hole so deep. He's probably looking back thinking, I even remember doing that.
Yeah.
All these drugs and all these things, these free coughs, all this. He's probably thinking,
baby oil thing.
How did I even get this far? You get me? And obviously at the start it showed the whole situation with his mum being invited to them kind of thing. So you could argue and say he's gone through trauma.
Yeah, absolutely.
Traumatized, get me, grooming, all of that. Still not an excuse, but also a bit of, I guess, an indication of like where this all stems from. Now, back to what you were saying about the Philly brother. Don't know this brother from nowhere, but what's the situation there? Because that's a whole separate now, I guess, narrative that's been pushed about him. Like, not separate, similar, but obviously one's big mogul, one's just influencer, whatever you want to call him. Funny you, good content, and I thought you would have thought like from the person on the outside looking in, you're thinking, right, this guy's doing his thing, soft, like funny, easily relatable, confident and that. So what's all this about the whole getting carried away with girls?
And I think, again, it goes back to knowing yourself and controlling yourself. A lot of people have no self-control when you're in a place of your ego being inflated, girls throwing themselves at you. If it's a guy-girl situation, like famous guy. Men and women have different social constructs holding them. Famous or not, women, girls will still have an inhibition of, I'm a girl, I can't be seen to have a bagger man. So even if you look at, those sort of stars like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, they're all gone to get married and stuff like that. They don't really want it out there that they're seeing this guy, that guy. Even though if somebody was to sort of accuse them of it, they'll be like, so it's my body, my worth, like. So there is a little bit of a limit there for women, but I think men, they've got more opportunity. And we all know men think right here, right now. So girls are throwing themselves at them. Are you sure that this is consensual? Are you sure of this person? Is this just someone you met in the crowd, looks nice, good body, long eyelashes, whatever you like? Oh yeah, come back, that's all right, it's all right. And the next morning, when they know that you're not going to take them seriously, or they just want to make a change themselves, they then turn salty and...
You think that's what it is? Like, it's a thing where you might be chatting to one girl, I'm chatting to young Philly, she, in her mind's probably thinking, I'm the only girl, as crazy as that would seem.
Yeah.
Because surely you would know that.
Yeah.
You get me? My man's in the spotlight. He's going to have attention, you get me? From corners of the globe, man's in Australia.
I know. What's the situation in Australia then? It must have been, right?
Yeah, when he was there. But I don't know if he got grabbed when he was there or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a thing where he now has put himself in this situation where you were speaking to the girl first or whatever. She may have seen you speaking to her next one. Now she's salty. That could be the case. And it could be a lie. You know what I mean? But then also it might not be though, because one lie, two lies, there's about, I think, 10 girls that must have come out and said, he's done X, Y, and Z, me too. So then now where do you draw the line to say, she's being salty, that's why she's saying that, or no, that can't be true because, you get me, they were both lit, they were both drunk. Then there's that whole guilt thing afterwards, innit? In the moment, probably you are drunk, probably you are wanting to, and then before you know it, you're in the bed.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I can't say no now.
Yeah.
Then after you're feeling guilty, you get me? That clarity comes in, like, nah, man, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Or she's probably doing a walk of shame.
Yeah.
But then I do still also think that, just from watching the content and stuff, there is a part of him that makes me think you could get too carried away still.
Arrogance, there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. And arrogance is obviously driven more by ego, but more by your hubris. And it's like out of control then. And when you think you are, kind of go to that down the road of I'm untouchable. And I guess I remember like just going back to the Mike Tyson and Robin Givens. I was like, Robin Givens is a big actress. Like, she's a big woman. Like, why is she in his hotel room at that time? Those thoughts are natural because we're indoctrinated to think like that. But okay, she made a decision to go to his room. And okay, they're having a little, what was that back then? Alizé or whatever the champagne was back then, whatever. And who knows what happened? But she then came and said he raped her. Now, could be any one of those things. He could have just said, right, that was nice, and see her around. And she might have thought, what? Me, Robin Givens, big actress, like da-da-da-da-da-da. What? What's going to happen? Who knows? So I think it's sad that we have to think about these things. Why can't, just going back to the Mason, they were in a relationship, Mason Greenwood and the girl. And look what happened. So even if you are in a relationship, I mean, she had footage. She had like, I don't know if it was audio or both audio and visual of him. You've just got to be very careful around people. Discernment is a wonderful thing. But it's hard to get discernment when you may have come from a traumatic background. It just all goes back to that. I said it the other day to you that we make decisions in our lives based on our generational trauma, our insecurities, and our experiences. So if you've just had negative and it puts you in a place of need or want, you're going to potentially be making random choices just to have. But if you're very secure, you'll be able to say, you know what? Respectfully, I don't need that, Like, that ain't going to be good for me. Because like I said, when I look back, I've had everything I've ever wanted. Not always to my betterment. But in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that would be sick when I get it. Not always. So that's what we got to think about. And I think these individuals, they're not around people who are helping them to develop their discernment. And that's the added layer that takes them down that road. But then when the shit is the fan, everyone stood back like, it weren't me. Shaggy defense, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I think, I don't even know with the outcome of these, man. Because is the time that he's doing Diddy now, is it justifiable? Like, is that enough time?
I think he was only charged with trafficking, no?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Everything else he bust.
So there you go. So then now that's what happens now? Case closed? Or...
Yeah, I don't think it could be double jeopardy. It could be tried again. Remember, Cassie got a payout already from before.
Yeah, she spun it and said that weren't enough, bro.
Yeah. And she got married to the guy.
Got married, had a kid. But I just think...
And abuse-e relationships, like Stockholm Syndrome, are valid. People can be stuck in an abusive relationship for a number of different reasons. Again, emotional resilience and all that plays a big part. Her reasoning for staying in that put her in the role of the abusee. And she became stuck in that role, whether she wanted to come out or not. And maybe she saw the benefits and it was enough at the time. The good times were good, got me through the bad times. But those bad times look bad. And well, we've said it before, even in normal relationships with people get far down the line. I've got a kid with them now, I've got a house together, I've got bills to pay. How am I going to cope without this person? I need a fat paycheck every month. Sorry. I need someone to pick up the kids. If I step out now, what have I got? In that situation with Cassie and Diddy, if he's the gatekeeper, my career's already gone. And now I'm not a figure. I'm not a standing figure.
Stuck.
You're stuck. Then I become a nobody. And then, again, the cycle begins. Better the devil you know than the devil that you don't.
I just think that with all of these brothers, see, as soon as you get money, this is my advice to the man, yeah? You get a bit of money, keep your hands to yourself, yeah? Keep your hand in your pocket and look after the money in your pocket. Because don't be thinking you're king of the hill doing all these mad maneuvers. Because, yeah, quick as it is to the top, bro, that's a lonely fall down. I'm sure all of these men are sitting alone thinking, rah, I thought I could rely on my man. That girl would never do that to me, you know? Like, imagine I bought her 5 handbags and da-da-da. Nah, bro. You get me? This world is dark. And, yeah, like I said at the start, I'm not condoning none of this behaviour.
Yeah.
I'm not justifying it or whatever. But, yeah, man. Did he do it? We don't know.
Did he done it, man?
Did he done it?